Hey, soul surfers. So, we're getting into it again. Thanks for joining us. It's a whole act of courage to examine these issues and witness. And so, thank you. And so, in this session, I just wanted to explore a little more about the lying and how, as when did I start talking? Toddler, play years, school years, adolescence, young adult, middle adult. I lacked the capacity to be able to establish my boundaries, to establish healthy boundaries. And what I mean by that is that it was more important for me to belong in whichever unit I was in, whether it was a family unit, a school unit, a work unit, a partnership unit, a love unit, a friendship unit. It was more important for me to belong. Belonging is one of those basic needs. If you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that pyramid, there's so many different versions out now to look at, and you can develop your own. But looking at that and that need to belong, it's on the bottom level, along with like the need for shelter, the need for food. It's like that basic lower level need. And at the top of the pyramid is like self-actualization. You're like your real authentic self. But on that bottom level is belonging, and somewhere up near the top is the need to know, like the need to learn, which is really interesting if you're coming from a teaching perspective and a parent perspective, in recognizing all these things that need to be in place before you can help your people learn what they need to learn for their own complex mind, body, spirit complex. So it was more important for me to belong than to tell the truth. It was more important for me to belong than to tell the truth about speaking up about all the aspects of my adoption or my Romani-ness. It was more important for me to lie in order to belong and not share those truths. It's like such a thing. I don't even know what I just said. Like it's such a, it's so intense and so sensitive. And also it is part of my job to repeat myself, but if I seem to be talking circles and losing track, it's really talking about sensitive topics is challenging. There's a reason you don't hear more people speaking to it, that it seems easier to get mad than talk about things, right? In all different ways, from an emotional war to a physical war, getting angry. So yeah, that. So I lacked the capacity to, let me see how I phrased it here in my notes. I lacked the capacity to handle all the different entities within which I was placed, from the adoptive family to preschool to the elementary school to the middle school to the high school to the workplace to the colleges to the workplace. I lacked the capacity to deal with the reactions from the different people in all of those different places. I lacked the capacity to deal with their reaction to me saying my adoption truths, my Romani truths. I lacked the capacity, and only within the past couple years have I really been developing that capacity to the point that I am able to, how did I say it? Handle the reactions of people. And what that looks like is, people, myself included, sometimes in our stage of life where we're at, there's this time that we really just want to be in the gypsy myth or the adoption fairy tale. And so, and me speaking my truth means that I've developed the capacity to deal with their reaction. What they want to stay in that adoption fairy tale, that gypsy myth, means we're no longer in relationship. And so now in my early 50s, I've developed the capacity to handle that reaction. And I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for the people who have helped me along the way, from family members to professionals, from parents to peers to professionals. And even if at points in time I have lashed out violently, like, aren't we all supposed to be doing this together? Or whatever it was I was saying, so judgmental. So interesting about developing the capacity to speak the truth and finally being able to do that, and it coming at a steep price, and being grateful for that, even though, because I am free. We are free. We are safe and free. Thank you so much for joining us in this session, and until next time, ciao for now. We love you all.